Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here. This is Lily. She just jumped up on my lap. It is early here on Monday morning. And so say hi, Lily. That's Lori and Kelsey's dog. I wouldn't call that a good trail dog. It's a good cuddle dog. One of these days I'll get myself another good trail dog. Hey, I've been asked many times, and it's been on my mind most recently, Lee, how can I become more productive? You talk about meaningful Mondays and meaningful weeks, but I tend to drift during the week and go in different directions. But for your information, I'm no different. And the way that I've been able to approach it, and I'm continuing to improve upon it, is by developing systems that allow me to stay productive. Now, Deming, W. Edwards Deming said 85% of all success is determined in the first 15% of the process. Get the first 15% right, and it will lead to everything else being right. It will take care of the rest of the 85%. Well, I believe in that. So what is the first 15% for me? Well, I started analyzing what is it that I do on an ongoing basis, and when I do that, especially when I can string successive days in order, lead to productive, meaningful days. And you put one day with the next day, and ultimately you've got a meaningful week, and then you can expand it out from there. Now, I wish I could say that I've been successful in doing that continuously. I drift. But I catch myself faster now. I bring myself back on board, and I do have systems that help me. And one of the great systems I have, for me, has turned out to be more than I ever expected, was to take it and actually put it so that I have a system for actually following through and making sure that I make my days predictable and make my days intentional. So I identified 8 steps, 8 keys, 8 factors, if you will. Let's call them the Great 8 for having those kinds of days. Let me review them with you. So the 8 are the following. 8 ounces. By 8 ounces, I mean the first thing that I do in the morning, the first thing that all of us should do is drink a minimum of 8 ounces of water. Not orange juice, not coffee, not a smoothie, but water. I have water sitting right next to my desk, and typically I'm drinking a minimum of 16 to 23 ounces every morning, first thing. It starts everything going, and I mean everything. It keeps your brain going. I can't remember the last time I had a headache. And so the beauty about this is that it just Mother Nature's way of waking up the body and getting it ready for the day. Start doing it. Start with 8, and then you can increase as time goes on. Number 2 would be find that alone time, that time when you can be with yourself and meditate, have prayer, read and things that are inspiring for you, and get yourself ready for the day. And you prepare yourself by focusing in on yourself and that calmness. That then leads to the next 2. So we've got water, meditation. The next one is go big. In that state of meditation or prayerfulness, you're able to then think about the things that you're grateful for. Maybe that's something in your life that you're grateful for. Maybe it's who you're seeing that day and what you're grateful for. Once you've identified something that you're grateful for and been able to spend some time with that, then move on to the 4th one. And the 4th one is, what are my essential 3? Yes, we're always pressured by important and very important things. But take the time to be able to identify for you what is your essential. And there are days when you have an essential 1 because of the nature of whatever it may be. But there are days when maybe you have an essential 4 or 5. But focus in on the 3 that are the greatest drivers. And that way, intentionality creates peace and calmness within yourself. Direction. Coach John Wooden used to say all the time, be quick, but don't hurry. When you're in that hurry attitude, things fall to the wayside. You lose confidence. It doesn't give you that strength of being able to be quick, to be under control as you go. So that takes care of 4 of the things. 5 then is to sweat. Your body needs to work out. Set up a regular workout routine and sweat. Get rid of the toxins. Strengthen your heart. Your body's screaming for it. Number 6 is what I call the 50-10 rule, something I've just started doing recently, but I can tell you it has tremendous benefits. The more I learn about it, the more I read about it, the more I'm convinced that this is essential for us, and that is that there's an epidemic right now. They're now proving that a good source of diseases and poor health in the United States can be traced directly back to how long we sit at our desks, and we sit at them way too long. So set up your clock. My watch, this little polar right here, is set up to remind me every hour that I've been sitting too long. So 50 minutes of work, 10 minutes of get out, walk around, circulation, do the John Gray bounce, get some bands, move them around, but stretch and make yourself work. Then number 7 then is develop the habit during the day to express gratitude to and for others. Make that a habit so that you don't overlook the benefits and the valuableness, the value of the relationships that you have. There are your strengths. And then number 8 is at the end of the day, reflect on the day. Capture the experiences of the day. Always make your learning greater than the experience. And that prepares you then for that night and a good night's rest. As you reflect upon the day, develop an empowering question that will start your next day. Those are my essential 8. I hope they work for you. You know, if it works for you to put them in this book, then you can go online and order it on our store. But look, you can find any notebook. You can develop your own system. Just do it. Your life will become more meaningful. You will be more intentional. And you will be more productive, which leads to greater predictability in your life and more meaningfulness. I thank you for spending this time with me. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.